Hey everybody, one of Wisdom here. It is now Tuesday, March 19th. I think it's around 10 p.m., not really sure. But basically what I wanted to do, I wanted to have this up when I launched the polls, just haven't had the time here as of late. But for those of you that haven't been on the blog yet, last night the Castaways versus Newlanders polls wrapped up. Had some that were insanely close. Closest being Sprocket and Boomer. There were 209 votes. It was a 1-vote margin. I'm not going to tell you who won that one just yet, but like I said, that's why every vote matters. You know, there are a couple of blowouts, but for the most part, we had some really close. Some that initially seemed like they might wind up being, you know, fairly significant margin turned out to be very, very tight as well. I'm talking single-digit votes. But that said, I will cover that here shortly, hopefully tonight if all goes well. But what I want to do now is highlight blog polls 45 and 46. I guess I'm out of order here, but this one will be blog poll number 46. And what it covers is going to be the which upgrade path you prefer for the Newlanders. I am basically, I think I've covered it before, but the base playthrough is done. Uploaded Empire of Ice last night. Plan to upload Pirate Seas tonight. Everything's recorded. Essentially all we lack is just coming in and upgrading, and then of course whenever the rest of the characters show up, introducing them. Nightmare mode, I'm just going to have a clean playthrough. Won't be interrupted by introductions or upgrades or anything like that. Maybe with the Series 2, but I think I'm going to tack it all into this playthrough. Won't go into too much detail there, but the cool thing is, with the Series 2, you should be familiar with them. However, the WoW Pals, obviously we want to take a look at all those for each of the characters. And similarly, characters I didn't have two of, for example, Eruptor, I can now come in. I guess he's a bad example since we have two. Let me try to think of something else. I don't know, Sonic Boom, for example, will come in. This is discounting the glow-in-the-dark one, but what I can do with her is where I took her down, the upgraded Roar path with the first game. Now I can come in and actually do Media Griffin, whatever secondary path is called. It's been a while. It's one where you get the babies, basically. Can do that, and I'll be able to highlight the other paths for the Series 2 characters in addition to the WoW Pal. However, for the Giants and the Newlanders that you see here, everything is brand new. So that's pretty sweet. Basically, I'll be walking you through, just like we did in Skylanders Spiral's Adventure. We'll do the base upgrades, we'll come in, we'll do the pick a path. Sadly, the Newlanders can't switch paths, so we're kind of stuck with what we pick. And then the Soul Gem, and as you know, they don't have a WoW Pal, but nonetheless, for the Newlanders and the Giants, everything will be brand new. That's why I haven't done any of it. Now I'm going to finally upgrade them. And then the payoff there when we record Nightmare mode, instead of having the box stock Skylanders, we'll be able to take advantage of their powers. The best news I have is that, as you can see here, Jet-Vac's barely in the frame. We'll kind of scoot him in. But with most of the Newlanders, I've actually got two. This isn't just duplicates. They're all different. Only exceptions being Sprocket and Fright Rider. I do have another Sprocket. It's sitting right back here. That's when she first came out. I didn't know she was going to be so commonplace. But at the time, I was still thinking my nephew might, jump on board with this one. So I kind of picked up her and Flashwing when they first came out. So conceivably, I could do that. Fright Rider is someone I actually like well enough. If the glow-in-the-dark never makes it to America, I might actually consider picking him up, particularly if I can catch a really good sale or something. However, like I was saying, the cool thing is where you see two of every character, that means on Hot Dog, if we go down Burning Bow Wow, I can take Molten Hot Dog down the other path, and that way we get to see both of them. So it may work out pretty well. The Giants will be the exception there, but we'll worry about that later. That said, with Jet-Vac, I'll go ahead and grab regular old Jet-Vac here. We have Bird Blaster or Vac Packeteer. Basically what I'll do, I'll take Jet-Vac down one, Light Core Jet-Vac down the other, and then whichever one I prefer the best, we will give to Legendary Jet-Vac. Flashwing and Jade Flashwing, again this works out well having two of them. Her choices are Super Shards and Super Spinner. Obviously the shards are going to update, the crystal shards from the tail, and then the spinner is going to be your secondary attack. So again, I still want people to vote for their favorite, but like I said, the cool thing here, I can actually show both of them to you without resetting on anything. Hot Dog, already mentioned it, but his base fireball attack is going to be the Burning Bow Wow, and then Pyro Pooch will be his Wall of Fire type attacks. Next up, Shroom Boom. This one I think will actually pay off. I know I'm not a big fan of the Light Core, particularly since they don't have anything extra. But nonetheless, what's going to be cool on him, I think most people are probably going to take him down the, what is it called? Paramushroom Promotion, basically a slingshot upgrades. It just seems, when in doubt, most people go the projectile route. However, some of the life element characters like Zook, for example, last time around I took him kind of down the Floral, I think it was called Floral Defender. Don't hold me to that. But nonetheless, I mean, I felt like his rocket attacks were powerful enough. And essentially, I mean, when he springs up all the cactus, he turns into a beast. It's kind of defensive mixed in with his base offensive attacks. And then I think you got the Merv Mortar too. That could be a soul gem. Like I said, it's been over a year now. But the great thing, I can take one Shroom Boom down, Mushroom Promotion, and then the other down the Barrier Boost for kind of the defensive route. Pop Fizz, kind of the same thing. Since we got the 3DS version, we've got Punch Pop Fizz back there. But we'll take one down Best of the Beast, and then the other down Mad Scientist. Not quite sure which one I'm going to do on that. Sprocket, again, like I said, I do have one still boxed up. I'm not sure, what I'll do with it. But she's got Operator and Gearhead. Operator kind of upgrades the wrench and the mine attacks. Gearhead is the tank. That's one I kind of could see the names going a different way, but that'll be one I'll probably really use people's input on that, just hoping to get the best one initially. Fright Rider, like I said, I'd be interested in both paths with him. You've got Sir Lancelot and then Joust Jockey. Sir Lancelot obviously going to upgrade, the Javelin. And then Joust Jockey is kind of your charge attacks. I think the last one's like a 360 spin. Looks really cool. That's the main reason I'd kind of want the second one. Chill, the good news with her, just like Jet-Vac, will eventually wind up with 3 of them. You can see sitting back there's Legendary Light Core Chill. Light Core Chill, she'll show up at some point. We'll probably add her to the mix. Even if I don't, the good news is we still have 2 here, so we can do both ways. But her upgrade past primary is going to be the Ice Lancer. And then kind of like we saw with Slam Bam, where you can upgrade his Ice Prisons, or secondary will be the Frozen Fury. But polls have been open a couple of days. Not too long. I hadn't really had time to promote them. But left them open quite a while just to kind of give everybody time. I know some of you may not have all of them yet. Some of you may just be getting them and going to upgrade them. And hopefully within that time span, it gives everyone a chance to make their actual choice, not just based on, going by the name or assuming things, but actually, I played this one with Hot Dog, played the other path with Molten. I think this path was the best, and like I said, I do plan to record the upgrades pretty soon. I'll probably do them just as soon as I start recording again in Skylanders. So I will take your information into consideration. Granted, it probably won't be after completion, but generally, you get 40-50 votes, you kind of have a feel for how things are probably going to go. Where I see one path just say, 40-10 or something, probably going to be inclined to go that way. If it's tight, you know, like a 27, 23 or something along those lines, probably just go with whatever I feel like doing at the time. But again, the main thing and what I think is the coolest thing about this is with the multiple figures. Like I said, I don't just have 2 Flash Wings and 2 Shroom Booms. With, you know, the things like Jade and Molten and the light cores like we have for Chill, Jet-Vac, and Shroom Boom here, gives us the opportunity to actually explore all the paths without having to do anything crazy or waste, you know, obscene amounts of time and lose progress. So I will get to show them all to you. The plan, basically, for example, I'll probably start with Jet-Vac. I'll come in, we'll take a look at Jet-Vac, then I'll go and I'll purchase his base upgrades, and we'll take a look at those. Then with Jet-Vac, for example, we'll go down Bird Blaster, we'll just say figuratively for the main guy, showcase it, and then I'll come right back in the same video, and we'll take Light Core Jet-Vac, who hopefully won't drop frames when he's introduced, and pick Vac Packeteer. Go right in after we've upgraded him, take a look at him real quick in gameplay, and that way, you know, for those of you that say don't have him yet, or you know, are going to land Light Core Jet-Vac later on, etc., you'll kind of know, hey, that path looked great, I'm going to take it, or well, that's horrible, going to stick with what I did with regular Jet-Vac, etc. So I know it's kind of late to the game, but we'll be pretty detailed. And the cool thing is, none of these have any upgrades outside of my legendaries, so I'll honestly be taking them from just box stock all the way to the max. Other good news is all my Newlanders and Giants have the tough heroic challenges done, meaning I don't have to like waste any more time, and they have all the speed challenges done, and more importantly, I have all the money to cover everything. So like I said, essentially, I could start in tonight, go in and record the upgrades, but I'll go ahead and get the videos up for these and the Giants, and kind of see what everybody's doing. I'll use that to kind of help me pick a path. But again, big thing, regardless what I do outside of Sprocket and Fright Rider right now, I will actually get to show you both paths for the characters. Then once I played with them a little bit in Nightmare mode, actually kind of seen how they do in real gameplay, I'll kind of come in, weigh in my opinions, what I'd advise, all that sort of stuff. So again, the polls are up on the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. Just take the link, go there, whatever floats your boat. Right hand side of the blog, just below Twitter, is where you'll find all the polls. Just scroll down, cycle through them, vote for which path you prefer, and we'll take a look at the results. I'll upgrade them, kind of mention where they were at as I'm doing that, and then eventually I'll kind of come back in and show you what we did and what I prefer. So again, thanks for everybody that has voted. If you haven't voted, please do so. Hopefully it helps everybody out, particularly, you know, say you're on a budget and you just have a regular Jet-Vac, you know, you can't find Light Core, can't get the triple pack, legendaries, etc. That's when it's real important. When you just have one, you'll actually pick the path. May not initially seem the best or sound the coolest, but when you've been able to see it in video, or there's a consensus from tons of people that it's the way to go, it'll sort of help you out. As you know, it kind of sucks to, you know, have to reset a character and go back from scratch just to switch paths. So again, please cast your vote, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. As always, thanks for watching, and we will catch you back here shortly.